Hello and welcome back to Fridaysews. So everyone knows that Fridaysews was started by Jen and Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and I encourage you please check out all the other hashtag Fridaysew videos, and I'll put a link in the description box. Okay, so sorry. I had a little something there. Probably spit. Anyways, this might be a long video. I did make 5 things. It would have been 6, but it was a fail with a big 4 pattern. So I'll get into all that in a little bit. And I have a gripe with the pattern company. So yeah, we'll get into all that in a little bit. First thing I want to mention is next Thursday I will not do a episode or a hashtag Friday Sews, because my granddaughter's coming over for a few days and I want to be able to enjoy the time with her, and I'm sure I'm going to be very busy. So I just figured I would let y'all know. If I can pop a video in when she's at school, I might do that. I don't know at this point. Right now I'm just trying to, you know, like I said, make sure I have plenty of time with her because she's the best. Anyways, I got some happy mail this week from Pam. I'm sure you know her on YouTube as Made by Pam. And I made a video of me opening her package so that way she could see the package, and you know, that's basically why I did it. And I thought, well, y'all might want to see some stuff too. And I am just so grateful that she sent me that stuff. She knew that I had been feeling kind of down and sad, and so she sent me those things, and they made me so happy. I am so floored. I have never had anyone give me any gift handmade. I've always given it, and I even mentioned to her, I said, well, you know, I feel like when you give someone something that you made, like you give them a piece of you, and that's just how I always felt. And now, being on the other end, I truly believe that, and I really feel like that was special that she did that for me, and thank you so much, Pam. That really did mean a lot to me, so I just want to say thank you. And I will link her channel down below, so y'all can go check her out. Okay, so let's start with the big 4 pattern fail. Okay, I was gonna do the challenge from Michellesewsagain with the make your birth year, and it was supposed to be by the end of the month, and I was gonna use this pattern right here, Simplicity 9274. And there was a pattern that looked similar to this, so I was going to do this pattern, and then I was going to pair it with the other challenge that was going around, the Sew Your Name, the April pants. That's my other pattern company complaint, and I will tell you about that in a little bit. So this pattern, okay, I cut everything out. I even cut my interfacing, like I cut everything out, and I thought, okay, you know, I'm going to use this. It was just a sheet, and I was going to do the stripes like this. Hold on. The stripes like this, and then the back yoke was going to be like this. Well, so I looked up, there's a YouTube channel, I want to say her name is Cherie, I don't know. If I find it, I'll link it down below. And she does the whole, you know, cutting and sewing and everything of this tutorial. I didn't get past much of her videos because on here, okay, let's see, this is where I went wrong. Sizes. This is a big thing apparently. I thought, okay, size 24 would definitely fit. It says the bust is 50. I thought, okay, last time I measured myself, my bust was like 48. that'll be fine, you know. She said, and by the way, my bust is not 49. I measured. Since I've gained that 20 pounds, I think we're up to like 50, 52, somewhere around there. Anyway, I think it's 50. Anyway, so she said, you go by the measurements up here. Okay, why are they not the same here? So up here, the bust measurement for 24 is 46 inches. Okay, so that's like 4 to 6 inches smaller than what I am. And I was like, okay, well, okay, let's go to the finished garment. Okay, well, the finished garment says for the high size 55, and I thought, okay, well, I'm under that. But if it's the European, that means there's only 5 inches of ease. So 46 and then you add 5 only makes 51. That means I would have no ease if it even would fit. So I'm just done with that pattern. I mean, it's already cut, and I'll just save it in a pile, and whenever I do lose weight, then I will just make it. So I'm just over it. And then my daughter wanted to do some tie-dye, so I had all this white t-shirt material, remember, that I was going to tie-dye, and a few things kind of went wrong with that too. I've just had a week of everything going wrong. Like, I got my sojo back, but despite that, like, every single thing had been going wrong. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Okay, so the shirts I made are the Ellie and Mac Autumn Spice, and it's, you know, I just pieced them all together, and I knew that that size would fit me because I had wore it at my biggest size, so this size fits, and that's no big deal, you know. And this time I decided, well, since last time I learned that the serger thread doesn't dye, I thought, okay, I'll just use black serger thread because I'm going to have black tie-dye on almost everything. Okay. I don't know if my daughter mixed the tie-dye a little bit wrong. I don't think she did. Now, I did not use the soda ash, which the brand I'm using, Tulip, says that you do not need to. So, I don't know. I ordered some soda ash, and I ordered some from another company, and I'm going to try the Tulip with this shirt material with the soda ash, and then I'm going to try it with the soda ash and the other brand of tie-dye next time when I do tie-dye. Which hopefully, you know, will be like in the next week or two, because I still have that bug, you know. Okay, so I know when I did the sample of the dyes on the shirt samples, one of them didn't dye as well as the other. Well, I only left the dye sample like probably like 30 minutes before I, you know, I just did it as a quick demo to see, oh, is it going to dye? I just assumed that it was going to dye and absorb completely. No, if you can tell, this is supposed to be black and purple. It is not black, or, I mean, it's slightly purple. The camera's making it look a little darker, but it's more of a gray and maybe kind of lavender. I don't know. I will insert pictures, and then I will insert a picture of the other tie-dye I did. I did it as an ombre, and it went horribly wrong. There's like a splotch right on the biggest part of my belly. So I decided what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make a design, like a heat transfer design, and just slap it on there to cover that up. And the back, who cares, you know. So that's where I am with that, and I'll let y'all know more progress of that. I will say, I used my Juki, and I tested out this threader that I showed from my Wawak haul. Needle threader, I guess. Okay, so when I went to use it, Apparently I just tried to use it without even rewatching that video that I told y'all about, and I'll link that down below too. Hold on, let me write that down. So when you push this piece in, there's a little metal piece that pops up. Well, I just jammed it through and I bent it, and then I thought, oh, is it supposed to be bent? Maybe it's supposed to bend it. So then I had to watch that video again. No, I was doing it completely wrong, and now I finally got it. And when I was doing I made the CKC pattern Dallas shirt. Remember I told y'all about that sale, and someone had asked me about their patterns. I had never put their patterns together. I did have one little hiccup with the pattern, and I will insert a picture of, I guess there was like a gap in the pattern. I think that's the way that they designed it, which, I mean, it's totally fine. It worked out fine. Like, everything, like, honestly, I would have to say, as far as patterns go, I'm one of the kind of people that when I put patterns together, sometimes they're just a little bit off. No big deal when you cut it and you can like readjust the tape. That's not an issue. I do not have any problems with that. This pattern company, I did not have any problem at all with that. Like, it lined up perfect, and they were very easy to put together. So very good CKC patterns on assembling your PDF patterns. Great job. I used this because I had, okay, so when I was doing the pocket, I don't know if it called for interfacing of the pocket. I don't pay attention half the time. So I thought I want to interface the pocket because if I use it, I will, you know, put a lot of wear on it. So I interfaced the pocket, and I didn't use a stretch interface. I just used like a woven type one. Anyways, it was fine. The problem I had was my sewing machine. I still had my backlash bobbin in, my industrial thread for making bags, so my 80 weight, and I had my needle for the bags. Okay, so I remember the bobbin when I was getting all this loopiness in the bottom. I was like, oh, okay, so I need to change my bobbin out. So I changed the bobbin to the one for regular clothes. It was better. It still was showing that I had problems, and the one thing I remember with sewing is if you have nesting on the bottom, usually it's something on the top. So I rethreaded it. Still wasn't working, and I thought, okay, wait a minute, what did I sew on this machine last? I made a bag. I made my niece's bag. So I had to change my needle. So I used this little piece here to hold the needle. Fantastic. Love it. I love this little tool. Totally worth, feels like $5. Totally worth it. And change the needle, no problem at all. Love it. By the way, I love that Dallas shirt so much. Like, it's my favorite shirt. I do think, and I made a straight size 3X on their patterns, and normally I have to, you know, make it smaller here, and I probably should have. And as big as it is, I probably could have went with a 2X, but I like the oversized look of it, especially for it being like a tunic, and I figure if I wear leggings, then that would be like the perfect length, because it like covers, I think it covers my booty. I don't know. Anyways, I love that one so much. That is like my favorite thing I have made this week. Oh, and about the tie-dyes, I forgot to mention. Okay, so I made this quilt. When I was making my oldest daughter's quilt, I popped a picture of it in with her first quilt that I made on my last Sew Back Thursday. So the last quilt I had made her was the, I think it's called the Dream Big Panel. I'm sure if I'm wrong, someone can correct me. And then I did these, like, I don't know, I'll insert a picture. So anyways, while I was doing her quilt, I thought, okay, I want to make sure hers is perfect because, you know, I want to give someone something that's going to look nice. And I knew how to free motion and do stuff like that. And all that was done on my Brother SQ9185. Just if anyone needs to know, you can do that on a domestic machine. It just is very, very, very hard, especially if you have thick material and a lot to quilt. Okay, so, and then I use that on this one too. Okay, this one I had got at the same time, and it was about like 2 years ago when I got these. I made hers, and I gave her hers on her birthday. Well, like I said, I didn't want to just make it and have it messed up. So I tested some of the designs on my quilt before I made hers. Well, I never finished mine. Honestly, I was very disappointed when I got mine in the mail. I will insert a picture of it, and it's so like faded. You could hardly see any of the blue. Like, it was supposed to be like a pretty bright blue, and honestly the pictures make it look a little bit darker than it is. It's not that dark. So while I had my tie-dye out, I went ahead and put some in a cup, and it says you can use, I've seen people use like a sponge paintbrush and like paint some on. Well, I mixed it with water, and I thought, okay, I'll just do that. I didn't have a sponge paintbrush, so I used a regular paintbrush, and I tried to go around the petals because I wanted this darker. And so I will try to show this as good as I can. It does look slightly tie-dyed, but I love it now. It's so much better. Yeah. And then, of course, you can see some of the free motion that I've done on it already. I don't know how well it's showing. And, of course, where I had put my water-soluble marker, that is off. But I did take a picture so I can see what I need to do, like, here's some of that. And then the center is yellow. And I tried to, this is not easy to do when you stand up. I tried to do yellow thread on the center. And it's, yes, it's very detailed. But yeah, I used embroidery thread actually. So this is so much better, in my opinion. So much better. Like, I totally love that. So that was something else that went really good. And then I made the April pants from Style Arc. I decided, okay, it's supposed to be like a runway looking fashion pant. I'm going to make a stylish shirt to go with it. I was going to make a cowl neck, and I thought, no, I'll just do something more simple. And Ellie and Mac had the, I've been saying it wrong all week to myself, Watch and See asymmetrical tunic. Could be a dress too. I made the tunic style. And I thought, okay, that'll look really nice with these fashion pants. And I used this black material that had arrows on it. Really nice. Okay, here's what went wrong. On the tunic, I failed to read where it said mirrored. So I cut two fronts out. And if you know anything about asymmetrical clothing, if you have a front that goes this way and you do it wrong, then the back of it goes that way, and you don't have something that is a point on one side. So to fix that, I just went ahead and cut black, because I still have a lot of the black jersey, and I just cut the black, and it has a black back. I left the sleeves the same as the front. I wasn't sure if that was really the right thing to do, but I like it. I think it turned out really good. And I'll insert a picture here. And so, I mean, it's fine. I need to hem everything. Like I've told y'all before, that's like one of my things that I do not like to do. Yes, I have a cover stitch. Yes, I can use it. I love my cover stitch. I just seem to batch cover stitch when I get a chance to do it. Maybe I'll do that this week too, since I'm going to have my granddaughter and she'll be in school and stuff too. So maybe I'll get that done. Okay, so, alright, and while my granddaughter's here this next week, I will probably be making her some stuff too, because I always want to like share that with her, so maybe she can get a few things out of it when I get here, or when she gets here. Okay, so the April pants from Style Art, I was going to put those in the Sew Your Name challenge. I decided not to. Why? Because honestly, I'm not going to give that pattern company my recommendation for anything at this point. This is one of the reasons why I didn't post my video yesterday. I was still really hot-headed, and I'm actually more calm about it right now. Okay, so I made the pants and put them on, and way too big. Okay, I made the size 30 because according to their size chart, 50-inch waist, you need to use the size 30. I don't know what happened with that, but no, that would not be my size. So I messaged the company and I said, hey, look, I had to take off at least, if not more, 2 inches on each side of the pant legs. So I asked, should I said normally I wear a ready-to-wear size 22. Should I have made the size 22? Or what pattern size do you think I should wear, considering I had to take 2 inches off of this pattern? And the lady replied back, Monica, and I don't have the messages pulled up. Oh, she said, did you check the test square? And I was like, I've never had a problem with anything I've ever printed before, so okay, I'll go ahead to please her. I printed the test square, measured it. It's supposed to measure 3 15/16. No, it measured like 4.5. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to make sure it's not my printer settings. So I measured an Ellie and Mac pattern, and their 1-inch square, their test 1-inch square, measured exactly 1-inch square. So I messaged her back and I said, okay, your test square measured 4.5 inches, which is not correct. It's supposed to be 3 15/16, and it measured 4.5. I said, to make sure it was not my printer, I printed the Ellie and Mac test square at 1 inch, and it measured correctly. I said, I don't know why your test square is not the right size. Well, she messages me back and says, well, I'm glad you figured that out. Have a great weekend. Pretty much, I'm paraphrasing. And I messaged back and I said, no, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know why your test square is not measuring what it is supposed to be. I think it's a problem on your end. I said, I guess I'll just have to, because I did not mention I had a YouTube channel until this point. I said, I guess I'll ask my YouTube subscribers if they know why your test square is not measuring correctly. So if anyone knows why that is, please let me know down below, because like I said, I measured from 2 different companies, and by the way, I measured the CKC one and it measured fine as well. So yeah, I was kind of waiting for her to send me another message back, but I think she kind of was done with me when she said have a great weekend. So yeah, there's that. So I decided I'm not going to put my name into the sew your name thing. I did look on Instagram. I was curious if anyone had made these pants successfully, and there was one person. I'm betting she probably was a tester, and she probably made her ready to wear size. So yeah, I wasn't asking anything out of the pattern company, and like I said, I just told her at the very end I had a YouTube channel, because honestly, I should not have even had to have said that for her to realize that there was a fault with her pattern. I know Monica's not the owner. I know it's Chloe. Everyone said, oh, Chloe's perfect. She's great to deal with. I had to deal with Monica. Not impressed. So, yeah, there's that. I don't think I'm going to buy any more of their patterns. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting a refund. I was expecting more of, oh, I think you should have wore this pattern size. Let me send you a copy since, you know, for your troubles. But didn't get anything like that either. So, poor customer service to me equals, I'm not going to order anything back from you and your company. So, that's just my opinion. And I will definitely share any experience like that I have with any of my subscribers, so that way they know what they can expect when they have to deal with pattern companies. Now, Ellie and Mac, at one point, I will tell you, they have their Wacky Wednesday patterns where you can get a pattern for $1. At one time, I ordered one that was $1, and I noticed I had it in my thing, and so I messaged them and I said, hey, look, I don't know if there's something that y'all needed to do to make sure that it was going to show that, you know, people had ordered that already, and wasn't expecting them. Like, I ended up having Lindsay, the owner, message me back, and she said, oh, I'm so sorry, I can give you a refund if you want. And I was like, no, that's fine, it's just $1. I'm not even worried about that. I was just worried that, you know, that there was something that you needed to do for the other customers. So anyways, Ellie and Mac has great customer service. So I would just leave it at that at this point. I probably won't be on here for Labor Day, so have a great Labor Day weekend in like 2 weeks too. So anyways, okay, so I almost forgot to show this. So I got this at Hobby Lobby the other day. I think it's just so cute. It's just a little notebook, nothing really special. So I was looking on YouTube to do like a sewing type journal, and you know, just, I don't know. Anyways, I came across this book, and I'm sure a lot of you older ladies probably already know about this. I did not know about this book. I did, however, when I was younger, I had the Better Home and Garden cookbook, and I loved it so much that I got my oldest daughter a copy, and I think my youngest daughter is taking my other copy. And so, anyways, it's the Better Home and Garden sewing book. I actually got it on Amazon, and oh my gosh, it tells you about all the basic pattern stuff. I mean, I know a lot of it's outdated, but sometimes you learn things like that, and I'm a very tactile, hands-on person, so I'm really excited to get into this book and see if I can find stuff out. So I thought that would be really fun to do. And then I also forgot about life updates and stuff, which I know usually my videos are mostly life and less sewing. So the life updates is going to be kind of short. Like I said, next week I'm going to have my granddaughter, so I'll be spending time with her, which is always good. And then my husband goes Monday to the foot specialist. We're at his 3-month follow-up. So I'm just hoping and praying still that the infection is still getting better and it hasn't got worse. I mean, his foot looks better. It still has a slight scab on it, so I'm just going to stand in faith that it's healing. So that's really good. And then about my youngest daughter's boyfriend, Josh, He did not get surgery yet. We're going on, like, this is like a month now at least. His mom had said on a Facebook post that they canceled the surgery again because he still has bleeding in his brain, and they're concerned that he could possibly have another stroke. I didn't know he had a stroke. My daughter didn't know that. So that's kind of new to us and like another shocker. But now they're rescheduling the surgery next week. So hopefully he can get that done then. And I did want to thank everybody for all the prayers for him and my husband. I really do appreciate that. I feel like praying is a very good thing to do, and the more help you can get, the better. So anyways, I did want to pop in and tell you all that. So I hope everybody finds time and sew something, and I hope y'all have a very blessed day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.